I'm David James, Superintendent of Akron Public Schools, and I'd like to welcome you to our annual Volunteer and Recognition Banquet. In the Akron Public Schools, volunteerism is a very important part of the services that we deliver to our community. And a lot of times it's not so much that the kids benefit, which of course they do, but I think many of the staff, including myself, benefit as well. And so you'll hear a lot of good stories tonight. And the nice thing about it is that these stories are all about you, and they're not about us as staff. And that's a good thing, because sometimes I think we focus so much on ourselves, we forget about all of the kind acts and the wonderful things that you do for our students on a daily basis. Now, to my staff, I know a lot. I don't say it enough because I'm kind of a nuts and bolts, just get it done type person, but I want to say thank you for all of your dedication and support this year. It has not been an easy year because we have 1,000,001 things to do, 1,000,001 things on our plate. And a lot of people say, oh, you're doing such a wonderful job, but it's because of staff and you volunteers that really make that job look easy, because I couldn't do it without all of you, so thank you. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Carla and get out of the way. Enjoy your evening. And again, from the bottom of my heart and the heart of all of our students in the Akron Public Schools, thank you.
Good evening. I'm Carla Sibley in the Office of Community Relations, and I'm so happy to have all of you here this evening. It is a special time for us to recognize those who serve our schools in so many different ways, supporting student achievement, bringing resources into buildings that might not otherwise exist, giving of their time, their talents, and their treasures to support our kids. We appreciate you, and on behalf of all the other staff in our school system, I want to thank you for being here and for what you do each and every day. This evening we have a special treat. With us tonight is our Bettis Community Choir. And these students are managed by a volunteer, Miss Jennifer Jones, who will also be honored this evening. We wanted to bring them here tonight to show how special the work of a volunteer could be. They will be accompanied this evening by Mr. Kofi Bayaki, Miller South School of the Visual and Performing Arts. Please join me in welcoming our Bettis Community Choir.
Thank you, everybody, for having us here this evening. It is such a wonderful honor and a privilege for the Children's Community Choir in its early stages and beginning to be able to come and to present 2 songs to you. The first of which is entitled Optimistic. What we have done is that we have taught them the songs, but we have also taught them the messages that are locked within those songs. And we talk about what optimism is and the fact that it is important to have a strong belief that things will get better and that things will be all right. It's also equally important to smile because sometimes just a smile is enough to help brighten your day. So I hope that you enjoy these first 2 songs that we are singing today. Thank you.
Say now.
Very nice. Please give them another hand. The Bettis Community Choir, accompanied by Kofi Boache, as I watched Principal Don Wilson go, wrong pronunciation. We want to fix it. Thank you very much. At this time, Mr. Coleman will come forward for an invocation before dinner. And we hope that at this time you can enjoy the video presentation while you eat of our honorees.
Would you please bow your heads? We are here to honor those who have looked beyond themselves and seen the kids. Bettis Community Choir is just one example of many, and seen the greatness that the young people can do. We need you. We need you for the young people, and we need you for ourselves. We thank you for what you have done and what you will do. We give you the praise, the honor, and the glory in the precious name of Jesus the Christ, our man. Quick.
My name is Bethany Sindelbach, and I'm a PTA president at Roswell Kent Middle School. I'm also on the PTA at Voris Elementary School. I'm their treasurer. I'm a member of Akron Early College PTA, so I'm PTA mom. It's kind of like a support group, if you will, for the staff and students. So really it's parents getting involved, trying to help with testing snacks or rewards for the students to encourage them to learn. And you get to meet lots of cool students along the way. I have 5 children of my own, but the children here that are not, probably at least 100 to 150 of them are sort of mine. My oldest started here, when he started here in 6th grade, I didn't know what to expect for the middle school, but I wanted to know what was going on. So I joined their very, very tiny PTA when my oldest was in 6th grade, and I fell in love with a lot of staff and students and just never left. Even though you don't have a lot of time of your own when you're helping with PTA, it's worth it when you see them smile.
I am Barbara Edwards, and I volunteer at Glover Elementary. I do anything that the teachers want done, and I help in the cafeteria every Tuesday morning. I go back and pull 380 bananas off of a stock for the kids. Any place that I see that they need help, and I mainly fool around with the little kindergartners. Their kids are new to the school and they need to adjust, and I just took a liking because of the kids. Within 2 and 3 days, the kindergartners are calling me Grandma. My doctor, every time I get sick, well, like this, like I'm in the wheelchair now, she says that I'm writing a prescription for you to go up to school. I says, well, I don't need a prescription. But even when I'm in this wheelchair, they'll come and pick me up, take me up there. So, and I'm still there. They won't graduate me.
My name is Mary Hillbrandt, and currently I am just a little old lady who lives in North Canton, but has always been attached to Harris School. My children first enrolled at Harris in 1965. The following year, I became the room mother chairman because they couldn't talk anybody else into it. Thus began my career in PTA, as is represented by all of this heavy metal over here. I was in a Kmart one day, and I saw this lady with 4 children trying to figure out how she was going to buy school supplies. She had this list, and she was almost in tears trying to figure out how she was going to buy all of these things. And the one staying there saying, "But Mom, I need shoes," you know. And I just went over and handed her some money, and she said, "You can't do that." And I said, "Yes, I can." And I walked away. And I don't know who she was, where her children went to school. I didn't care. I have a vested interest in the Akron Public Schools, and I still feel that way.
My name is Ron Shea.
And I'm Carol Shea. We have a 3rd grader and a 4th grader at Miller. Both kids started kindergarten at King, so I've been volunteering there since they were in kindergarten. Right now there's 28 kids in our 3rd grader's classroom. I have trouble with 2 kids. Anything that I can do to be in there with her, to help her with that, to just anything we can do to help. And we really, we want to support our teachers. We want to support the principals. It's important.
COSI.
COSI is so fun.
Yeah, we ran.
I forgot I made you do that.
We ran a weather station.
Weather, yes.
And the year before,
Chemistry.
it was chemistry, microscope stuff.
That was fun.
And I was a chemist. You know, we're making mini tornadoes in the cylinder at COSI, and they think it's the coolest thing ever.
It's the coolest thing ever.
The looks on their faces were priceless.
It's almost like selfish volunteering, if that makes any sense at all, because it's rewarding, and it's fun to be there with them, and it's so good for the kids. I mean, everyone benefits really when you volunteer.
Good evening, everybody. Once again, my name is Tim Miller. I'm an Akron Board of Education member, and I am technically the Ellet Cluster Liaison. I have the privilege of recognizing a few of the many businesses and civic organizations that give their time, talent, and resources to support the students and staff of the Akron Public Schools. Akron Public Schools has a number of business and civic partners that support the social, emotional, and academic success of all students. They provide school supplies, they provide monetary support and human resources. Partnerships are the backbone of the Akron Public Schools, and tonight we say thanks to just a few of our wonderful partners. Let me begin with our business honoree, Kenmore Freeze. I'll share a brief description of why they are being honored tonight. Would Diane Bray please come forward? Nominated by Nancy Rich from Glover CLC as the coordinator of Akron N.E.X.T Student Recognition Program, Nancy is always looking for donations for students. Although she approaches many businesses, not many respond, with the exception of Kenmore Freeze. Ms. Bray never hesitates to donate dozens of coupons for free ice cream treats. I have one for a banana split with me this evening. She has generously donated each year to the Student Recognition Program and is a valued business partner. Please give Ms. Diane Bray and Kenmore Freeze a round of applause. Next, I would like to recognize our first civic organization to be recognized this evening, the Chapel and Green Cords of Thread Program. Would Linda Hoff, along with other members of the Cords of Thread here tonight, please come forward? The nomination for this organization starts with how 8 angels paid a special visit to Glover CLC on December 18, 2012. Linda, Joan, Ellie, Mickey, Betty, Sally, Arch, and Ron came bearing gifts for 75 kindergarten students. The gifts were blankets bearing personalized messages for these students. This group, formed 10 years ago to do something for others, has made blankets for wounded warriors, blankets for Haven Arrest, Pregnancy Center of Akron, migrant workers in Hartville, and most recently to the Giving Dolls organization in Connecticut for the children of Sandy Hook Elementary School. Other APS schools such as Mason and Leggett CLC have also received these wonderful gifts. It is my pleasure to recognize this special group of volunteers this evening. Please join me in giving them a much-deserved round of applause. Our next civic honoree is the Leadership Akron N.E.X.T program. Would the representatives of this program who are here tonight please come forward to the stage? I think we have Dr. Cynthia Capers, Ms. Judith Reed, and Diane and Tom Vukovic. And Larry Butler. Nominated by the National Inventor Hall of Fame STEM coach Dreama Mason Whitfield, the Leadership Akron N.E.X.T program has developed a partnership with the National Inventor Hall of Fame STEM School to promote college awareness in 2011. They provide opportunities for 8th graders to visit the University of Akron campus. Learners visit and tour the campus and visit various colleges, have lunch and attend general admissions presentations to learn about financial resources for college. As the program grows, so does the enthusiasm and commitment from the Leadership Akron N.E.X.T members. Members meet with their 8th grade mentee one time per week to provide guidance and leadership in academic and social areas. They've even committed to developing a college resource room at the school where learners can read materials about college entrance requirements, courses, degrees, and scholarships. And in the words of Ms. Mason Whitfield, quote, "The Leadership Akron N.E.X.T program provides distinguished service to National Inventor Hall of Fame STEM learners in the pursuit of higher education and is commendable and worthy of recognition," unquote. Please join me in giving a round of applause.
I thought I'd take advantage of this opportunity to say something while they go ahead and fix the camera. It is an absolute pleasure for us to work with Dreama and Tracy and others at the STEM Middle School, the NIF Middle School. It's been such a joy to see the quality work that they are doing there. It's amazing when we look at our youth and we know if we give them the proper environment and all the support and attention that they so deserve, how they will be accomplished. And it's been wonderful for us to participate in any way, in all ways that we can. So we are grateful to you, Akron Public Schools, for extending this opportunity to us.
And next, I'd like to introduce board member Mr. Patrick Bravo, who will present to our PTA honorees.
Good evening. Thank you, Tim. My name is Patrick Bravo. I'm an Akron School Board member, and I'm assigned currently to the Kenmore Cluster. And I'm proud tonight to be presenting the PTA Award. And I know how hard our PTA units work to support the students of Akron Public Schools. And most recently, I had the opportunity and the pleasure of soliciting our PTAs in support of the Harvest for Hunger program through the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank. And I'm very happy to report that many units have taken up that charge and are on board to help APS collect more than 10,000 pounds of food and thousands of dollars for the hungry in our community. So thanks to all members of Akron Council, of the Akron Council of PTAs. Would Bethany Sendelbach, president of the Roswell-Kent PTA, please come forward? She will. And I'm going to read the nomination by Principal Anthony Lane. Mrs. Sendelbach has been a valued member of Kent's PTA for many years. Her positive attitude and love for our children are reflected in the outstanding quality work she does with the PTA. Mr. Lane describes her as enthusiastic, innovative, and genuinely concerned about our students. She has an excellent reputation among the Akron Council of PTAs. Under her leadership at Roswell-Kent, she has raised a large sum of money to support the school and has volunteered countless hours during our levy campaign, making phone calls on several occasions and dropping literature throughout the neighborhood. Please give Mrs. Bethany Sendelbach a round of applause. Thank you, Mrs. Sendelbach. I would now like to introduce Mr. Bruce Alexander, who will be presenting our Senior Citizen Award. Bruce?
Good evening. Glad to see everyone here. As Mr. James stated earlier, we need volunteers, and volunteers are very important for our students here at Akron Public Schools. I am the liaison for the Buchtel Cluster, and I am pleased to present the 2013 Senior Citizen Volunteer Award. This individual truly sets the bar for all volunteerism for anyone at any age. Retirement does not mean retirement from life, and she proves it. I have recently thought about what I wanted to do once I get to a point and retire, and I was sharing with Carla, one of the things I want to do is I love working with kids because I love kids, but my other passion is with the elderly. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this young lady here because she has done a lot. And her name is Barbara Edwards. Would you come forward, please? Mrs. Edwards has served Glover staff and students in so many capacities for 23 years. She started as the computer lab volunteer teacher. Then as years passed, she continued as the lunchtime group leader. Talking to fifth grade students about whatever interests the kids. Toby writes, the compassion and care she has for the children is evident in watching her interaction with them. Mrs. Edwards is 82 years young, and even with her walker or her wheelchair, she continues to run copies, laminate, and trim for teachers. This year, she even did trimming from her hospital room when she had surgery. She was so eager to talk about what the kids are doing and caring for those individuals. Mrs. Edwards serves very greatly with those students at Glover and does a great job, and we want to thank her for her dedication of serving the students at Glover and doing what she does. And you have someone who's 82 years young and is confined to a wheelchair and continues to work like this for our students. They are very much needed and very much deserving of this type of award. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was told she's 83 now. 83 years young. At this time, I would like to introduce Mrs. Lisa Mansfield, the Vice President for Akron Public Schools.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. I am Lisa Mansfield, and I am an APS board member, and I'm currently the liaison to the North Cluster Schools and a proud North Hill girl. I have the honor to present the Health and Social Services Award. The Health and Social Services Award is presented to organizations that help meet a need for students across our district. This year, we're honoring the Sons of Italy Akron Lodge 685 for outstanding service to APS students and their families. Would Mr. Norm Ross, the immediate past president, and other lodge members please come to the stage? There they are. While they're coming up. In November 2012, the Sons of Italy Lodge number 685 collected and wrapped more than 400 toys and games for APS children served by Project Rise. The toy drive fulfilled a lodge mission to help those less fortunate. The students served by Project Rise certainly meet that criteria. They are children who are experiencing homelessness and are among the most at risk in our district. When the Sons of Italy decided to do a community service project that would benefit our community, Project Rise was an easy choice, as many of the students may not receive any gifts otherwise. Since 2009, the Sons of Italy have been the secret Santas to children and the youth of Project Rise. Gifts donated include puzzles, educational games, art supplies, gift certificates, clothing, and more. We truly appreciate the support provided by Akron Sons of Italy Lodge 685. Thank you so much. At this time, we'll have Jason Haas, the president of the Akron School Board, for our final category winners.
Good evening. I am Jason Haas, President of the Akron Board of Education and liaison to the specialty schools. Pleased to be here tonight and honored to present these 6 individual volunteers. All right, our first honoree is Dr. Kevin Sakowski. If you will come forward, please. Not here? All right, I'll just read this anyway. Dr. C, as the students call him, has been a tireless volunteer for APS since 2006. His first connection to students was to do research on various GLOBE programs. The GLOBE program is a worldwide, hands-on, primary and secondary school-based science and education program focusing on the environment, now active in 111 countries worldwide. It works to promote the teaching and learning of science, enhance environmental literacy and stewardship, and promote scientific discovery. Through Dr. C's efforts, our students are able to present their scientific research at regional conference with students from other states. Last year, APS students were invited to attend the America View Conference before professors from over 50 universities throughout the United States and Canada. Dr. C continually monitors and tracks the students' progress, sending those certificates when milestones are achieved and providing them additional opportunities for advanced study. Stephen France, teacher at Roswell Kent, writes, "Our students' continued success would not be possible without Dr. Sakowski. Dr. C could not be here with us this evening, but Principal Mr. Lane is here to accept his award for him." Next honoree is Ms. Fields. Kim Fields, if she'd come forward, please. Ms. Fields was nominated by Principal Marilyn Bennett and was an easy choice for the selection committee because she works tirelessly to serve the Akron Early College High School students and staff. She has volunteered to assist students with drama productions as the one and only hairstylist. She attends dress rehearsals and works on styles before every performance. Everyone finds it a pleasure to work with Ms. Fields. This past fall, Ms. Fields organized the first annual Halloween dance. It was a spectacular event. Students are still talking about and looking forward to this year's event. In the words of Principal Bennett, she understands the role extracurricular activities play in affording our students a balanced high school experience. She is very deserving of this recognition, and we appreciate your service to Akron Public Schools. And next, it's my pleasure to bring Mary Hillbrandt to the stage. Ms. Hillbrandt is known at Harris Elementary School as one who stands out for her generosity and continual contributions to the students at Harris, donating much-needed school supplies, clothing items, and food to the Harris families. She was originally a Harris parent, but continues her support of Harris long after her son, John Michael, left the school. A large part of her donating is in John's name and memory. Through the years, she's recruited others to get involved in our school, and she coordinates their time and attention to our school. Ms. Fennell, Harris principal, says, "We are eternally grateful to Mrs. Hillbrandt and the wonderful volunteers associated with her. On behalf of the Akron schools, we cannot thank you enough." Please give Mary Hillbrandt a hand. In addition to serving as the choir director for this evening, Ms. Jennifer Jones is being recognized this evening for her years of volunteer service to students and families of the Akron schools. Ms. Jones, if you would come forward, please. Ms. Jones' involvement at Bettis Elementary School started as a result of her volunteer work with Heart for the City. She has volunteered in Bettis School for the past 3 to 4 years, assisting with tutoring and reading. After she became worship leader at her church last year, Jennifer and Pastor Brett Bartels approached Mr. Brown regarding the idea of starting a community choir. Jennifer is a member of Mount Calvary Baptist Church and a part of the music staff for the past 13 years, so it's a very natural fit. Heart for the City and the Pastors Project, a program focused on raising awareness and education with our community regarding drug abuse, chemical dependency, and mental illness. The program couples music with prevention programming in the form of workshops. Last year, her group of 25 students in grades 2 through 5 held 4 concerts. They are off to a fantastic start again this year. Bettis is blessed to have Jennifer to share her skills with the students. In the words of Principal David Brown, Jennifer, you are simply wonderful. Next, we recognize Nancy Laria. Nancy, if you come forward, please. Nancy is known across the district by many. During our levy campaign last fall, Nancy was seen helping APS on many fronts, from raising money with a cow chip bingo, to ordering T-shirts and making phone calls, delivering special treats, and just about anything that was asked of her by anyone. She is a tireless advocate for the Akron Public Schools and is reportedly the only person that can get our superintendent to clean up after a cow does its business. At the APS Proud event held at Lock 3 Park last spring, Nancy could be seen running all over the park, selling dunk tank tickets, talking to the staff, and being APS proud. She not only serves APS, but during the summer months, Nancy is busy working with special needs children at a summer camp, making crafts and developing special art projects for the kids. Her energy is contagious and does not take long to jump on board when she gets rolling. This recognition is just a small token of our appreciation for all Nancy does for Akron schools and the greater Akron community. And finally, we honor a husband and wife team, Ron and Carol Shea. If you would join me, please. This parent team became involved in supporting the Miller South piano department even before their son came to Miller South as a student. To assist in the Miller South Making 88 Great, 88 Performances effort, they started and spearheaded a piano booster club at Miller South, investing many hours in researching the process of becoming an official booster club. They met with lawyers, filed the proper documents, and organized the first meeting of piano boosters at our school. They've also supported the Making 88 Great effort, which is a boost to student self-esteem during performances, creating video posts of student performances, and organizing fundraising efforts, and much more. The Shays have also donated to the piano department, which made possible the tuning and repair of a Wurlitzer GEM or GEM? Sorry, not my forte. Piano found in the storage room that will be placed in the piano lab as the first acoustic 88 standard piano. The piano department at Miller South has set a goal of having 20 performances this school year and is well on their way to reaching that mark with the help of the Shays. Please give Ron and Carol a warm round of applause. And it's my pleasure to bring Superintendent David James back to the stage.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Akron Public Schools and our Business Advisory Council, I'd like to congratulate all of our awardees this evening. And all I have to say is I will never do cow chip bingo again. No, actually. See, she doesn't give me a choice. Nancy, you're a pleasure to work with, and I thank you for all you do. And thanks to all of you volunteers, who take a lot of time out of your very busy schedules to help and contribute and work with our children, because they are, our children, they really are a true treasure. And it is our responsibility to make sure that we help them along on their young journey through life and into adulthood. So again, thank you all for coming out this evening, and enjoy. Thank you.